All right, let's get to the details now. This afternoon, it took the intervention of a special anti-riot police squad to avert what would have been a clash between two youth groups at the Mantse Palace. One side of the faction had arrived at the palace to prevent the other group from performing rituals ahead of the induction of Ni Adama Lache as president of the Ga Traditional Council. That position is by tradition occupied by the Ga Mantse. Ni Adama Lache is one of the claimants to the Ga Mantse too. Good news, any possible clash there was averted. But tomorrow, there promises to be a showdown when Ni Adama Lache returns to the palace for the induction ceremony. My colleague Maxwell Agbagba has been there. He joins me now in the studio for some more on this. He will help us with details as to how exactly all of this happened. Maxwell, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And let me welcome you again from the Ashanti region, where you've been part of what a lot of people are calling the rich Ashanti culture.
Exactly.
How was it for you, by the way?
I mean, it was an eye-opener for me, you know, because, I mean, I'm not Ashanti, so it was a real eye-opener for me, and I think what went on there, I've been very educated for a lot of people, yeah.
Let's get down to business now. Tell us how it all happened, but with this particular story involving the Ga Traditional Council and what happened at the palace this morning.
Okay, so we got to the palace sometime around 10 o'clock a.m. this morning. So when we got there, what we saw some personnel from the Ghana Police Service stationed there with their patrol vehicles, a lot of them holding their guns closely by their sides. And then we saw some young men also, a lot of them sitting on motorbikes, standing very close to the Ga Mantse Palace. What is very conspicuous, right when you're coming from the streets, when the palace itself becomes visible, is the red, red bands that have been fixed at vantage points of the palace itself. So the main gate at the post very close to the palace itself, we saw some red bands. So this is the issue. There are two feuding factions in this feud. One of them belonging to Ni Insaki Dodu II, who happens to be the acting president of the Ghana Traditional Council. The second party to this issue is the Ga Mantse Ni Taki Adama Lache II. So this morning, Ni Adama Lache II was supposed to, some rituals were supposed to be performed before the induction of Ni Adama Lache as the president of the Ga Traditional Council later tomorrow. What's happening now is that Ni Insaki Dodu is acting right now as the president of the Ga Traditional Council because of some issues, because of some court issues. He's the one acting now. But per a ruling on the 17th January, that's some few days ago, the current Ga Mantse is supposed to be, I mean, if you look at the Chieftaincy Act of 2008, it states clearly that...
Well, let's just stick with what the court has said about this particular matter, and then we take it forward from there.
Okay.
So, per the court ruling, Ni Insaki Dodu, Ni Taki Adama Lache is supposed to be inducted.
It's supposed to be inducted
tomorrow. But people who are backing Ni Insaki Dodu II are preventing that from happening. They are preventing Ni Adama Lache from entering the palace in the first place.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. What have they been telling you, these youth groups that you spoke with this morning?
Well, for the youth that I interacted with, they are saying that their chief is dead, and before any ritual can be carried out in the Ga Mantse Palace, that chief has to be buried before any ritual can be carried out. And the chief they're talking about is Ni Taki, the third.
Okay.
He's the one they're talking about, yeah.
Okay. Maxwell Agbagba has been speaking to some of them. Of course, not all of them want to go on record. So this gentleman, one of the gentlemen that he spoke to, you wouldn't see his face, but you would obviously hear what he's saying. Let's watch this.
Mancheku, Naka Manche Egbo, Achole Blancy, Naka Manche Negbo, Asana Funle.
We had a chief who is dead. He's called Blankson. That chief has to be buried before any ritual can be carried out.
Because of before.
We did not come here to fight. But if you want to fight, we are also here. We will not allow them to induct Lache. We will not agree. We are here to maintain peace. If you are here for another reason, we will beat you.
Okay. Because we maintain peace. We call small peace.
Obviously sounds like a threat. That's one of the youth leaders that you spoke to, Maxwell. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to truncate this communication or this conversation and then go over to Parliament so we see what's happening with the vetting. But we will come back and continue with that conversation about what's happening at the Mantse Palace.